Hello everyone, Ace here, and today I have a bit of an update. A small update, admittedly, but an amusing one nevertheless, over IGN's abysmal review of Mouse P.I for Hire, the cartoon-themed FPS that they critiqued for having too much first-person shooting and too much cartoonish logic, along with the game making too many jokes surrounding cheese, because all the characters are cartoon mice in the game. Well, it appears that the developers themselves have decided to get in on the action by poking fun at IGN's review, complaining about there being too much cheese. Now, as I said in my previous video, the critique of a joke being potentially overused has the potential to be a valid critique, as there is such a thing as overdoing a joke and wearing out its welcome. I personally think the fact that IGN tried to critique this first-person shooter for having too much first-person shooting, as well as this cartoonish themed game having too much cartoonish logic, are far more damning complaints on the part of IGN as far as exposing their endless capacity to utterly miss the point. Still, while I said it is possible for their critique of there being too much cheese to actually be a legitimate critique, I haven't actually played the game enough yet to make a judgment call either way. Judging at least from the rest of the review though, it does appear more likely that IGN was trying to make excuses and make mountains out of molehills in order to justify a, by IGN standards, below average review score, because the game was not of the correct genre as far as the game journalist who played it was concerned. In other words, these are excuses rather than actual legitimate critiques of the game. One thing I will have to agree with the game devs on is the fact that too much cheese is a very memeable critique, as well as a very easy one to make fun of. I still personally think that IGN's critique that there being too much first-person shooting in this FPS, and that there being too much cartoonish logic in this cartoon-themed game are far more damnable on IGN's part, but hey, I'm happy to see the devs make fun of IGN over something that IGN very much deserves mockery for. This is yet another in the long litany of examples of game journalists getting the absolute lack of respect that they deserve at this point.